Farmer Mish here. You see the sun shining? Yeah, it's supposed to be 80 degrees today, y'all. 80. So I said it's time to get outside. So if you can see the flower picking garden behind me, the sun shining. So I figured today we'll take a look inside the garden, see what's going on. I'll tell y'all some of the things that I have planned to do today because it's a nice day. So I'm going to be working outside. And yeah, so let's check it out. All right, let me turn the camera around. So this is what everything looks like right now. So a little messy, but this is our cover crop. I use winter rye on this bed, and then I think two more beds down there. Yeah, two more beds have winter rye on them. And you can see the tulips and the hyacinths looking real cute. Some of them got cut for burials, but these were planted in the fall of 2023. And what we did was, well, what I did was planted zinnias over them. So they didn't quite come back as pretty as they did the first season that they bloomed, but they came back. And I think this bed will be, I can't remember, possibly zinnias, because I'm debating, since I didn't have a lot of snapdragons come back this season, which were this bed. I didn't start a lot of snapdragons. They really didn't germinate the way I wanted to. So I may turn this bed up down to the Nicotiana, which grows towards the end. This may become my zinnia bed. So we'll see. And I also think since you come in the garden right there, it'll be nice to walk into some zinnias because the snapdragons won't be blooming all summer. But that's not why I'm here. Oh wait, let me show you the feverfew before I show you why I'm in the garden today or what I'll be working on. So the feverfew is coming back. I'm going to cut all the it looks so good and green. I covered it all winter with a cloth. But what I'm going to do today is cut all the dead ones and then take out this, I forget what this is called, some type of nettle. Take that out. And so this is all feverfew till we get here. And I don't think there's anything here. So what I'm going to do here is probably put, I don't know, a couple of something, whatever I have in the basement. Maybe the Sunball Craftspedia can go here. Hi, Cinderace, hello. And then weed this because this is the Shasta Daisy. So Shasta Daisy is going to come up here. I'll weed all this. Probably won't really focus on this today, but that's going to be the plan. But what I really want to focus on in the garden today is dahlias. So I have to walk over here to show y'all. But in this bed, this is our strawberry patch. And you can see, quick stop here. You see some of the strawberry leaves coming up. So I'm excited for us to have strawberries if the rabbits don't eat them all. But this bed right here, I left the dahlia tubers in the ground. So you can see, this is dahlia. This is a dahlia tuber. Well, I'm sure multiple tubers at this point. But yes, strawberries are good. And especially the ones here, homegrown. But I think all the way down to here are dahlias. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to dig up these dahlia tubers, separate them, put them in pots in soil inside to get them a jump start on growing this season. So mid-May, end of May, I'll just put them directly in the ground after I separate them. So that's the plan for today. Dig up the tubers, separate them, pot them, keep them inside until they sprout. But this is what the garden is looking like right now. And as you can see, there's a lot of maintenance that needs to be done. A lot of weeding. Over here is our raspberry bush. And actually, I need to trim this today too. I'm going to trim the dead ones. As you can see, this is dead. This is dead. So what I'm going to do is trim the dead ones from the base. But we already have them starting to grow back. So that is something to look forward to. The raspberries are also very delicious. And in this bed, our lilies are coming back. And I don't know if lilies are something that comes back like multiple after you leave them in the ground, like dahlias do. But these are the lilies coming back. So I'll probably also weed this bed, but we'll see. You know, there's a lot to be done. But today I just want to focus on getting those dahlia tubers out the ground. And then here's some poppy. This needs weeded as well, but this is our little poppy island. So yeah, I'm so excited to be outside today with our first 80-degree day of the season. And I'll leave this gate open because I'll be coming back. But yeah, y'all, it's exciting. Get excited. It's time to be in the garden. Spring is sprung. So right now, I'm going to take you all to see my seedlings that I have hardening off. The straw flower and the status are still inside. I'm not going to bring those out to harden off yet. But I do have some things hardening off, so we'll take a look at those. And my plan for those is to get them outside in the garden maybe the end of next week or the following week, so we'll see. Ooh, I'm a little bit out of breath. All right. And excuse the wind chimes. But this is what I have over here hardening off. Cosmos, Coreopsis, Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth, Marigolds, Snapdragons, Celosia, 2 Gloriosa Daisies because my Gloriosa Daisies didn't do much, and Bachelor Buttons. So I watered all of this on Wednesday, and as you can see, they're still pretty wet. So you see that breeze getting them. They have to get used to that. So although I feel so bad for them, I'm like, oh, it's so much wind, but it helps them get ready for the season. So they're out here hardening off, doing what they need to do, and those will be in the ground by the end of, hopefully by the end of next week or like maybe 2 weeks. I'll give them about a week to harden off, and once the frost pass, I'm gonna let them stay out here overnight. So hopefully, and then I ordered a shovel, some hand tools, so I'm gonna open those today, and then go inside. And we'll head down to the basement so we can check in on the status and everything else that's down here. And as you can see, the straw flower, Gumfrina, Sunball Craspedia, status. Zinnia's up here, and if you know my trials and tribulations with the zinnias, you can always scroll back and see. But as far as these things, I'm going to give them about another week, and I'm going to take this stuff outside to harden off after the frost. So this stuff will start hardening off, and what I'm going to do is make space on this shelf and probably this shelf for my dahlia tubers that I dig up. So really, how much space I need is going to depend on how many tubers I dig up today and separate, and also like how many are viable in the first place, because you know I left them in the ground all winter, so who even knows if they're going to be viable. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it today. coming inside, dividing the tubers. I might divide the tubers outside since it's a nice day, but yeah, working on some dahlia stuff in the garden today. And then hopefully once the last frost hits next week, I'll be in the garden more consistently, since the weather will be nice. But that is the plan for today. So thank you all for checking out my update, my progress on my seedlings. It has been a journey, and we are less than a week away from outside. So, I'm just praying everything holds on to be ready to go in the ground. And yeah, it's been quite the seed starting journey, but I'm excited for the next part of this season where we start planting. So, planting season starts next week. So, that's it. I'll probably check in with y'all later, maybe at the end of the day when I pot the tubers. But thank you so much for checking in with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.